Hiya, long time no see. First of all, let me really apologise for the lack of videos over the last few weeks. My life has been a little bit chaotic, to say the least. So I've had my son got married, which was amazing, really special with just 30 of us. And also, we needed to move him and his new wife out of their house in Cheltenham and in with us because there are no jobs at the moment due to the COVID situation. So we have them and all Sam's stuff in our house. I will say his stuff alone could fill a house. So it is a bit crazy. I had to do it in several runs from Cheltenham, so that was a bit crackers. Like I say, we've got them living with us. My daughter was living with us for 5 months, but she's gone back to Birmingham now. And also, I've been working on an amazing initiative with the Duchess of Cambridge involved with Baby Basics. And if you want to find out more about that, then head over to the Baby Basics website because that's amazing. But obviously, whilst a lot of these are great things, um, they all come with their own stresses. And I have had a few really difficult things happen in my life over these last few weeks as well. Some really difficult loss, also some other things to cope with. So it's been a deluge of information, of planning things, of trying to get stuff done. And like I say, though, a lot of that is good stuff. Obviously, a lot of stress comes with it, a lot of information. And at times I have felt completely overwhelmed with stuff to do, just completely overwhelmed. And normally, I want to take you on that journey with me and share those things so that you can relate and hopefully certain things will bless you and encourage you. But it's been so full on, I just haven't been able to do it. But I realised something that I was doing along the way, and that was that I was finding it quite difficult to rest, to take any time out, partly because of time, but I was finding it hard to take time out with God because things were just so busy, and I kind of felt like I needed to fix everything and get everything done before I could rest. And I'm sure many of you will relate to that. We kind of, it's like we think, well, when I've got that done, I'll stop and I'll rest. And when I've got that done, I'll be able to relax and my head will be free. But actually, life just keeps throwing things at us, and we don't get to a point where we're completely free or where we've completely fixed things. That's impossible because life is so busy and so full on. And at times like this, you know, there isn't a break in between. I have to make one. That's my job, to make even a tiny space to try and stop and rest. Even yesterday, I got really overwhelmed with stress. I don't even know where it came from, and I think some of it is to do with the menopause, as I am in my 50th year, not 50 yet, but in my 50th year. And I just had to force myself, even though I had loads to do, I didn't have time to force myself to go and sit in the garden for 10 minutes and let myself come down. And this was the problem amidst all this stuff going on. Even when I went to the caravan to rest, I was really struggling to try and just sound everything out, just focus on God. And it's amazing because I was looking out the back window of my caravan and I really felt God show me something quite significant. And that was at the back, and I'm going to show you a photo in a second. There's a massive big holly bush and it goes really deep in, and there's lots of trees intermingling in it and everything. I mean, it looks great, lovely and green, but if you were to try and get through that, try and make a hole in that, you would really struggle because it's all very intertwined, all very closed in. And it was a really good example of how I felt, that everything was really intertwined and busy and overwhelming. And like I say, amazing some of it, but still overwhelming. And God was showing me, you can't break all this down before you rest in me, because these things are here, they're part of your life, and you're trying to push away through things and to fix everything, and in doing that you're actually making more work for yourself. You're actually making yourself more tired, you're making yourself more stressed, you're making yourself more busy. And then it's amazing because I came out of the caravan, and right at the side, don't know how I'd not really noticed it before, was a nook in the holly bush. And God was showing me, in these times, you need to find space with me within those times of being overwhelmed, of being stressed, of being so busy. You need to find the secret place and press into that without fixing everything, allowing everything to go on around you still, because I can't stop that. That's still got to be done. But taking those times to stop. And it's amazing because I was preparing this morning, and in my daily reading this was the verse, and it's in the Passion version, and it's in Psalm 32 verse 7. Lord, you are my secret hiding place, protecting me from these troubles, surrounding me with songs of gladness. Your joyous shouts of rescue release my breakthrough. And it really speaks to me. And like I say, I felt God speaking to me before when I was at the caravan, that it's about listening for those joyous shouts of rescue from God. It's about finding space in your busy schedule to stop, to shut down, having those secret places where you can go to, where you find that gap. Even though all those things are still going on, I have a secret place here where I live in my house, and I have a secret place at the caravan as well. And I think that's really important. And it's really important to take time out and not to feel like you've got to fix everything before you can stop. In actual fact, as I've said before, it's when we rest, when we stop, that we actually find fresh energy and fresh direction to move where we need to go, to make decisions, to actually have the mental capacity to not go crackers, and to hold on and to take each thing one step at a time. The rest, another section of this psalm, straight after that verse says, I hear the Lord saying, I will stay close to you, instructing and guiding you along the pathway for your life. I will advise you along the way and lead you forth with my eyes as your guide. So don't make it difficult. Don't be stubborn. When I take you where you've not been before, don't make me tug you and pull you along. Just come with me. So I want to encourage you today, just take those times of rest. Press into God. Just go with him. Don't feel like you've got to fix everything before you can rest, before you can press into him. Press into him within the chaos and let him bring peace to your heart and mind. Just going to pray over you now before I finish. Father, thank you. Thank you that you are always in control. And when we feel overwhelmed, we feel in chaos, you can see everything clearly. Help us to always look to you, to always look to your peace, to always take rest in the midst of chaos, to stop thinking that we can fix everything and we can bring calm ourselves. We can't. We live in a chaotic life. And Lord, I just want to release responsibility to you and make a fresh commitment of trust to you. And I ask for this lady listening now that you'll help her to do that, to release all responsibility to you, all that stress into your hands, and to trust in you to guide her through anything that she needs to face, and to take those moments of space in the midst of chaos. Father, will you bless her? Will you strengthen her? Will you fill and refresh her today, right now, in Jesus' mighty name? Amen. Well, hopefully I see you again next week. And until then, take care. Mwah.